right, guys, good morning. I hope we are doing fine and we are actually preparing for this marvelous week. All right, as you can see, starting this month, I will be doing the weekly outlook on a video form. Okay, so whether Sunday evening or early Monday morning, the recording will be available so that those who wants to go through, they can just go through and then see whatever that I want us to be looking at for the month, of sorry, for the week or for the day. So today I want us to look at DXY as usual. DXY is the first asset we look at before we go to the other foreign currencies. All right. So on DXY last week, DXY actually reversed from the 1.0675. That's a key level when you're looking at the quarter points for 25 pip range. Okay, 25 pip range on the DXY. It basically bounced off from the 1.06 nicely, and then we had this huge sell that actually gave us this breaking structure to the downside. All right, good. So what I'm expecting to see right now is to see price fill in this inducement over here, or this kind of liquidity over here, tap in to this supply area, and then we might see some reversals key in to the downside. All right, to the downside. So this week I am particularly a little bit bearish on this particular asset. As far as we get a clear move to the downside, that actually confirms when you get a change in character or you get a break to the downside happening over here, we would be looking for the sales in DXY and other US related assets, and then we'll be looking for buys on foreign currencies. Okay, so I want to see a reaction from this zone. As I said, I'm anticipating this area will be used as inducement. Okay, this area will be used as inducement, though price tapped in, they reacted nicely, but I'm still hoping they will use this portion as an inducement, and then possibly they will tap into this area, and then we will see some down movement coming in, all right, into this open demand zone opening balance over here. So we have this huge imbalance, we have this nice demand area. That is what I'm basically hoping that price would actually bring us before we see another bullishness happening. But then also, if this area fails to hold price, I would be looking at 1.107.00, this price level. This price level, let me use the horizontal line, this price level over here. If they fail, I will be basically looking at this level for price to actually tap and then give us a sign of bearishness. All right. But as far as that particular level is not reached, I'm going to be using this option or this zone as my point or my highest point. All right. And when we use the FIB mapping from the high to this particular low, you can see that here is the optimal trade entry area, the higher zone when it comes to the premium and discount option. The higher zone in premium is in line with this particular area. All right. So I would love to see price come to that level before we think of shorting DXY, that's a dollar index, whilst we'll be looking at buying on the other assets. All right, let's take a look at the invest of DXY, that is Euro USD. So on Euro USD to last week, price actually traded into the 1.0500. That is also a key quarter point. Okay, price traded into 1.0500. Let me use the same horizontal this thing to map that 1.0500 for us all to see. So price traded into this area. That is a key area. Okay, key area. Price trade below it, and then we started trading above it. We moved aggressively. All right. We also broke structure to the upside. Right. So what I'm anticipating today, or probably the first days of the week, is that as DXY is pushing up a little bit, I would love to see Euro USD also pushing down. So the same inducement demand area or inducement supply area that we saw on DXY, we have a similar one on Euro USD. So I would love them to come in, use this as an inducement, take out this liquidity over here and then tap into this this demand area over here. Okay, to this demand zone, and then we'll be looking for buying opportunities over there. Now, this one, if you use the FIB to map from the low to the high, you can also see that yes, the 0.88 level is in line with this demand zone that we have down here. All right, it is in line with this demand zone that we have down here. So once again, as I said, I would love to see them come into this area before we decide to look for buys. Otherwise, unless price decides to give us different options, all right, as I said, price is what it is until it isn't. So we shouldn't just force our thoughts and our sentiment on price. Just allow price to do whatever it wants to do, then we act accordingly. All right. So that's that for the Dixie. Now let's check GBP USD, as it's just this three asset that I'm looking at this particular week. So on GU, last week also we had this nice trading scenario happening. Price traded into 121,200. Okay, 121,200. I think that is also this level. 121,200. Another key quarter point. Okay, so for the quarter theory, I would actually send you guys material on it. Okay, so that you can just read. It's just material that we just read. Just the numbers that we just at psychological support and resistance areas. That's all. So as you can see how price bounced off nicely from this level, right? They bounced off, traded a little bit above that area. They came down, tapped it, and then they moved aggressively away, breaking structures to the upside. All right. Whilst they were leaving, they left imbalances in here that I would love to see price actually take or fill in the imbalance, tap into this demand area, and then we will look at what price won't have for us. As you can see, we have this relatively equal lows over here also. We have the relatively equal lows over here that I would also love price fill in this and then bring us into this level. Let's use our FIB. We map from the high to the low, and you can see that yes, indeed, the 0.88 level is in line with the demand zone, whilst the FIB area is just above the 0.75 and the 0.79 key levels also. So guys, as you can see, we just want to see the price come to those areas, and then we would also act accordingly. For target on GBP USD, our first target is going to be this particular level. If we get the opportunity to go for longs, our first target is going to be here. Our second target is probably going to be this huge supply area with imbalance. Okay, so we have quite a number of pips to actually capitalize on. Similar thing on the on the Euro USD. Our first target, if we get the buys in here, is going to be this level. All right. Our first target is going to be this level, and then the second one is going to be the supply imbalance zone over here. All right. So for Dixie, our first target for the sales is basically going to be this area, and then the remaining is going to be this demand imbalance zone over here. All right. So guys, that is what I want us to have. We are not going to be looking at plenty things this week. So let's see how the market basically behaves. And mind you, Mondays we don't trade. So today's Monday, we just have to wait and see how the market presents itself. I wish you all a marvelous week ahead. Enjoy your week.